Hi guys, long time no see. Today I go to work a bit early, so I decided to spend time to make this video about vocabulary. Studying vocabulary is something that students always find challenging and struggling, but we cannot just let it go because it's the keys to every single skills in English, right? No matter reading, writing, listening, or speaking. A lot of people ask me, like, which is the best method to study vocabulary, to study new words, how to better memorizing them. Well, I tell you this, there's nothing called best method here because we are analytical. Our brains are designed to absorb knowledge differently from others. Some may find this way to be effective, but some may work best when applying the opposite. Well, but we have to try some anyway, to figure out which is the best method for us, right? And for those who told me that they don't have time to try, so you better stop studying because English study is very time-consuming process. Before studying anything, you need to clarify your purposes. Like, what are you studying for? To communicate or to take a test or stuff like that. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my personal trick and experience to do with this headache problems. To be clear, I will set up, different strategy for different purposes in my study period. Now let's just break it out. Well, when it comes to tests, just do as many tests as you can. Let's go with the university preparation first. Whoever words or are encountering the time can tell it how hard it is, both physically and mentally. I had to deal with hundreds of new words tests and one test every day, and not just new words, tons of grammar too. And even worse to me, who was an English beginners, I didn't know anything about English. It was freaking me out, and this time I want to quit. Really. Like you guys, I got lost. I don't know what to do, how to do it. I tried many ways to studying new words, from traditional one like listing out and learn by heart to flashcards all over the world. But my mind seems to be designed not to remember, but to forget. Until I realized one thing that changed everything. I realized that the number of common words and grammars are limited to tests. It means that you can repeat the same strange words over and over and over again. And why you still can't remember the words when you face it the second time, the third time, or even the fourth time, you definitely will if you made it like more than 10 times, right? And it is very the word that's worth remembering. So my method was I didn't try to remember anything. Of course, I still look up the dictionary to find out what it means to get a test done. But after that, I just let it go and move on to another questions. I don't try to remember. I didn't try to remember. Yes, I let my brain absorb it naturally because I know that I'm definitely going to see it in another test, in another questions. I just try to be industrious, do as many tests as I can, and frequently, of course, because I know this way I can raise the opportunity to meet that again in another questions, in another test, and I can remember the words which I haven't remembered in the past. That's why I learn new words to prepare for the test. Well, since the time I decided English will be the core test, the core subject for my part university. I don't remember exactly, but grade 11. I take one test every day, every single day. Yeah, at first it took me like half day to finish test because all the hell new words. But later it just took me like 1 hour a test. It's very, very easy. I realized doing this will surely help me improve my English skill positively. Not only can I remember it when it repeats, I actually know how it used thanks to different situations the tester put it into, and ultimately I know how to use these words. Like And to those words who just come up 1 or 2 times or in specific topics, you don't need to remember. Just look it up for that time to get the test done and let it go. Okay, because you're not going to use this again. So why do you have to torture your memory like that to try to remember everything you met? It's nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Well, same method applies for TOEIC and IELTS because it own test. You know, for TOEIC or IELTS, I try to find tests on the internet and I did it day by day. Look up all the new words to get a test done. You have to look up the new words to know what it means at that time, and that's when you can let it go. Okay. Remember, and you know, at first it took me like the whole day to finish one reading paragraph in IELTS test. It's really hard. It's disaster. But if I try to finish it at that time, it's going to be better later. So yeah, everything's okay now, thanks to that method. Of course, it's applied to me, but I don't know, is it effective or not if it's applied for you. So just try it, or just try so many ways to improve your vocabulary and apply the best one. That's my method. Now let's move on to communication. In terms of communicating or speaking in general, I don't know why and how exactly I can get to this level today, but I know for sure that I counted totally on one series, Friends, which I already recommended to a lot of people asking me before. Well, ever since I figured out that I need to study to speak English to be able to communicate in English with other people, I don't remember exactly, but maybe when I was a second-year student at uni, I started watching Friends as per my friend's recommendation. And at first, I didn't, see it funny or interesting at all because I didn't get it. I didn't get the joke. I didn't know why they're laughing at, but my patience led me to something else, because I didn't intend to, through study or learn through this, just find a good one to kill time and not the Korean movies because it didn't make sense at that time. I patiently watched all the series, which include like more than 200 episodes, and I found it incredibly amazing. Of course, I watch it with Vietnamese subtitles. This series typically depict, real communication, real problems, real life, about friends, comedic and romantic adventures, career issues, relationship, normal stuff in life around 6 best friends. And believe me, if you watch all the episodes, the characters and the life in this series will be a part of your life too. Now, after finishing this, I cannot let it go. I really miss the characters. That's why I download all the series to my lap so I can see them whenever I want. A bit crazy, huh? Can you believe me if I tell you that I turn on that movie every single day for 4 years, and I'm gonna keep doing this? That's how I got what I have now. Well, after understanding the content, I randomly turn on several episodes a day just to meet the characters. And that's when I realized something else. I didn't notice much on the content anymore, as the first time, because I'm already aware about it clearly. Instead, I focus more about the situation around the characters, the way they talk to each other, the way they make jokes, like how they make people laugh, how they talk about jobs, relationships, emotions, how they feel, everything. And I try to imitate them because I love them, not because I want to learn or study. The term of learning and studying haven't come up yet at that time, and I'm thankful for that. I just do what I feel like I want to do, and I think that's why it works. Well, I try to mimic the sounds first and the simple sentence first, like this. ew, Joey, it's disgusting. Stay away from us. Yeah, I didn't know what disgusting and stay away from us means. Yeah, but even if I didn't know, I can guess the meaning through the expression of the face of the characters. And because it happened a lot, I tried to imitate them in different situations. Now I know how to do it. You know, I know how to use it so natural that I can't imagine. Even though I still don't know what disgusting really mean and what it really look like in dictionary. Weird, isn't it? That's how I learn new words. That's how I learn, to use that word. But whatever it is, it's not enough. I didn't feel full not knowing the appearance of the word. So I decided to download the English subtitles of this series and watch this series with it. And I realized that I can easily remember the word. And I never forget it. It's really amazing, seriously. So if somebody asks me about the method to study English communication, they're going to receive, the answer like this. Download and watch Friends every day. You may find it boring at first because it's all like 20 years ago. But if you're patient to watch like half of it, you're going to find it incredible. Like, you're going to love it. You go see it again and again and again. Watch it with Vietnamese subtitle first to understand, the content, to perceive its beauty first. And then when you watch it so many times that you can tell us, that you can know what's happening next, then download the English subtitle and watch with it. Or maybe just, simply turn on that movie every single day of your life, 30 minutes, one episode, just 20 minutes. And you will realize that your English ability will be improved very, very quickly. Not only listening, but also vocabs and speaking too. Speak like a native speaker. And by native speaker, I don't mean pronunciation or accents because it's already obvious. But I mean that the way you're going to talk, the way you're going to speak, the way you express yourself, really like a native speakers. Do you like that? And one more thing, because most of the words in the series will appear like more than 3 times. So just take it easy. You don't need to hurry yourself or anything. Just take it easy. Let your brain, let your mind absorb it naturally. And you will see it works. It will work. Or, if you don't like the movies, just, find whatever you want and do exactly the same. That's my method to studying English communication. Just watch the film. Watch one film over and over and over again. That's it. Now it's already late and I have to go to work now. Thank you for watching and I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave comment under this. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Have to go.